guys, Malachite here, again using the front-facing camera, so I apologize for the quality, but everyone's sort of doing, we are crooked. There we go. Let's get the cat box out of the thing there. Hey guys, Malachite here. Everyone is sort of doing videos for their, like about their dads or for their dads for Father's Day, and I thought, you know, I kind of wanted to do one about my dad, so let me scooch up a little. You're not going to see all of my head, but who needs to anyway. I've got some pictures and stuff, and I was going to tell you a little bit about my dad and everything. My dad is really, really awesome. He is like one of my best friends. He's always supported me in every single thing that I've ever done. He has always supported me in the fact that I'm just kind of odd and different, and he's always supported me that that's okay to be that way, and it's okay to be different from everyone else, and that you should be different from everyone else because that's the best way to be. No one could ever ask for a better dad than my dad. And I am so, and I know I'm blessed, and believe me, I'm not bragging or trying to rub this in or anything, because I know I'm lucky, and I don't, at least I hope I don't take it for granted, because he's an amazing dad. So, basically, after he divorced our mom, he put his life on hold, and he took care of my sister and I, and my grandma helped him raise us. And he and my grandma just took care of us. I mean, we were like, sort of like, we weren't spoiled, certainly. I mean, we had discipline in our house and everything, but we were important. You know, when we got home from school, Grandma had snack ready, you know. On the weekends, Dad spent time with us. He relaxed too. I mean, he watched NASCAR. I grew up watching NASCAR. I still like watching NASCAR sometimes. I know that sounds like an Okie thing. I don't care. He grew up, you know, I grew up watching NASCAR. I watched football with him. I watched baseball with him. Do I watch sports now? No. But would I enjoy sitting down and watching a sports game with somebody? I might. I mean, I grew up watching it, so, you know, I kind of understand the workings of it and stuff. It's just something that I did. I had sport team shirts and hats and all that stuff. But I think our biggest bond is music, which is why Fleetwood Mac is playing in the background, because he always played this album. It was always coming out of his room, and I believe this is Rumors. Let me double check. I've gone blank. I'm 99% sure it's Rumors. Okay. Nook. Yeah, this is just the deluxe version. Always, 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 on the weekends you'd hear Rumors coming from his bedroom. Just constantly. He loved this friggin' album. He introduced me to, not introduced me, but to the music of Buddy Holly, the Beach Boys, the Ventures, Johnny Cash, the Highwaymen, Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, I mean, all kinds of music. And then he encouraged me in the music I liked. So, he's not a big Beatles fan, but when I fell in love with the Beatles, that was awesome. I mean, I was like obsessed with the Beatles. I had all kinds of Beatles stuff. At Christmas, I got Beatles books, Beatles posters, Beatles albums, Beatles not CDs, we had cassettes, Beatles cassettes. I was really, really encouraged in my love of music. And the other love that we share is photography, and I'm not as into it now as I used to be. He is a semi-professional photographer. He did that for a living at one point, and the name that he gave the company incorporated my name on my sister's name as well, which I thought was really cool. I was, I think, a little bit more into it than my sister was. And I remember when I turned 12, I got my first camera. He took me out and he had found one. It was red. It was a little red point and shoot, but you could set some of the settings, the aperture and things like that. I think it was the aperture. I'd have to pull it out and look at it. I still have it. It doesn't work. Light gets in a little bit, so it kind of ruins the photograph, obviously. I'm sure it's fixable. If I took it to a camera shop, it's a little, I think it's a little Canon, or, yeah, I think it's a little Canon. But he took me to see it because it was red and he knew I'd love it, and I did. And it was a little used camera, nothing fancy, but yeah, that was my camera. And we'd go out and we'd take pictures, and he'd teach me angles and what to look for and things like that. I now use kind of my own angles, so some of them are really odd. I like to look at things crooked and up, you know, look up and down and things a little differently than he does them. But he is a fantastic photographer, just fantastic. He's incredibly intelligent, and he could teach you about anything that he knew about. He could teach you about it, and you would learn. He worked on cars, he did woodwork, he could garden. He's just an amazingly intelligent person. Give him a book, he'll learn about it, and he can do it. That's just my dad. So he's one of my heroes. He's one of my best friends. Is he perfect? No. Did we have fights growing up? Hell yeah. But I wasn't super rebellious at home because I didn't need to be. There was nothing to rebel against because I was supported in everything that I did. So I had no reason to rebel. When I wanted a Nirvana t-shirt, he took me out and let me buy one. I wanted the one with Corporate Bastards on the back. Wasn't really allowed to get that one, but I was more directed towards another one, not so much. It was just kind of like, do you really want to walk around with Corporate Bastards on the back of your shirt? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, do you really want to? And I was like, you know, probably not. So he's like, Grandma, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. So I got another one, which turned out to be the infrared shirt with the erection, but we didn't see that at the time. And when I did see it, I didn't tell him what it was. Anyway, I wore that shirt all the time. My family had no idea what they were looking at. Anyway, but he even supported me in listening to Nirvana, and he listened to Nevermind. He listened to it to hear what it was. He listened to R.E.M. He liked R.E.M. That was another band I was really into at the time. When I started getting into alternative music, I would have been around, oh geez, maybe 16-ish when Out of Time came out, I think. He was just supportive in all things. He wasn't super supportive about the evangelical Christianity, but he never really said anything against it either. Anyway, this is a picture of me and my dad. It'll kind of show the light better. Christmas around 1986. I was a freshman in high school, and you can tell it's the 80s. We always got to pick out our own presents for Christmas around the time, oh gosh, probably my freshman year of high school on, and we would pick out clothes. That's when we'd get our new cool clothes. So that's a Pepe jacket, which if you're from the 80s, you know that Pepe was kind of a big brand. A Swatch shirt. I had a Swatch on as well. I've got buttons all over my jacket, and I remember one of them said, "Beam me up, Scotty." I've got new Reeboks on in that picture, and Dad's hat is new, and that's one of his new flannel shirts because he always got those for Christmas. And we'd had a big ice storm, so I think we damn near killed ourselves trying to get this picture. But I was insistent that we go outside and get a picture in the ice. It was freezing cold, and that's Grandpa's tree behind us that I always talk about. So yeah, I was just absolutely insistent. I'm still insistent about getting pictures of things. This is another Christmas. This is the Christmas that that I was sick, but it's Dad sporting a beard and me with the Beatles shirt. I've got a Dean Winchester dog tag, and then that's my Enochian initial necklace. Me and my best friend have matching Enochian initial necklaces. And I don't know what my hair's doing. It just was falling out and not doing anything good. This is me and my dad years ago. I don't even know how long ago. Down by the river, there's a place you can go that's really super fancy to eat. And my aunt and uncle took us there to eat. I really like that picture. That's one of my favorite pictures of us. So, and then this is us at the Daytona Speedway. I went to Florida to see my dad when he lived down there with my stepmom. I went to see him and my stepmom, and that's us at Daytona Speedway. I really wanted to go because, like I said, I grew up watching NASCAR, and I think in this picture we were going to see a Volkswagen Beetle show. I can't remember if we drove the Beetle or the van up to see that, but Dad restored a van and a Volkswagen Beetle and gave them both the same paint job. He did the paint job. The insides, they didn't quite get them done before they had to sell them. They were moving. But he did all the work on them, and my stepmom helped him. He really enjoyed it. Those vans were so fun, and the Bug was so fun. I enjoyed it. And then this is him with his brothers. That's my dad, Uncle Ernie, and Uncle Gary. Uncle Ernie's passed. I come from a very tall family, so I get my height naturally. And I don't really have any pictures on here of me as a baby. He took this picture, which is a really good picture. I just don't understand what in the hell my sister is doing. It's like this awesome picture that my dad took, and then my sister, what the hell is she doing? We're out in Osage Hills, so we used to climb all over the rocks anyway. But I don't know what is going on in this picture, but I think it is absolutely hysterical. It's one of my favorite pictures because it looks like she's like about to fall to her death, and no one is helping her because we've got this perfect shot going on, and she's just like hanging on by a thread. I have no idea what's going on in that picture whatsoever. I love this picture. Anyway, my dad took that. So we had lots of fun times. Like I said, we went camping a lot. I got my love for the outdoors from my dad. That's where that came from. Because without my dad taking us camping so much, I don't think it ever would have developed. I mean, we went swimming in the lake. We just did all that kind of stuff. You know, we got 8 million sunburns. We hung out with my cousins, and he hung out with his cousins and all that. And so, anyway, I'm about out of time here, but I really just wanted to say I love my dad with my whole heart, and he is the best dad in the whole world. And I have more memories than I can fit into 15 minutes. And I have more wonderful things to say about him than I can fit into 15 minutes. But he still accepts me, bisexual, witchy, and all. He never asks about it. He doesn't care to. He doesn't care about any of it. I'm his daughter. He told me once, "You're my daughter, and I love you." And that's all that matters. And that's what makes him an awesome dad. So, I hope everyone else is having a good Father's Day, and I'm sending much love and many blessings to everyone and to all the dads out there. Blessed be.